a brief background on, what got you into sort of building with Gumloop. What were you able to create, and what was your experience like?
Yeah, definitely not a traditional background. So I have operated a food truck and catering company for 4.5 years. Always was interested in, different aspects of the back end of the business. So I got into like looking at AI automation back in April, May timeframe, and just playing around with different things that I can build. And I was looking more at like the practicality angle of small business owners, like they don't have time, to do different things like this. One thing that was a common pain point for many was email. And that's just, it's not even sending automated emails. It's you're going in, you're getting the same question back to back to back, but you're reinventing the wheel every single time and, starting from scratch. Whereas I wanted to approach that where you just had emails drafted. So you're 90% of the way there and you can just click send and adjust a few things.
Awesome. So you just got into building workflows literally like a few months ago, and now you're winning challenges like this.
Yeah. So I was definitely always more system minded, where before, for I guess like 8 to 12 months before that, I was looking at like visual canvases and just like mapping business processes. But all that is map. It is a helpful, I think, because then you can see your process, but it doesn't do anything. Whereas once I saw this, I'm like, okay, now this is you map and then it gets what you need done at the same time. So perfect, like pairing.
And I'm just curious, throughout your build and maybe, QAing and things like that and getting it ready, did you use AI in the process to kind of ask questions or, sort of get through issues? Would love to kind of hear about that aspect.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm definitely in Claude a lot, and I use Gummy and Claude. I actually uploaded a bunch of docs from Gumloop into Claude to like as a project to go back and forth and ask that. And then anything time I'm getting stumped, adding like I don't code, so anything like that, I go in, ask questions there, and usually problems get solved after enough iteration. But it's definitely planning it out first, like, and then going through it. I find sometimes when I just start like building, it helps me learn, but then it's like I gotta redo the entire thing at some point.
Yeah. And are you using this workflow like in your day-to-day role or business or anything like that, or are you planning to?
I'm going to. So my current business, I just started it. It's in this space. I don't have enough context yet as far as my email to use it. For my other business, which I trained it off of, which is catering, we have requests coming in like, when are you going to be at this catering job? Are you available this date? So I trained it off of that. So I had plenty of context on like, these are the responses that you need. And so I trained off that, but again, not using that anymore, but was for a little bit. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, let's take a look at the workflow. What do you all say?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I'm just going to share my screen. I'm going to add it up here on the stage, and I'm going to play the video, and we'll get a clear idea of what you were able to do here.
My first thought when I see something like that is how many features we're shipping to make that easier for you. The biggest difference between like a workflow and an agent I've been describing is like a workflow is kind of like a play in football, and an agent is the quarterback. When I see workflows like that, you're kind of building a quarterback into the workflow. But I think we should be shipping the features that, because that was super impressive. That's like an awesome workflow. We should be shipping the feature that gives you the quarterback by default, and then just lets you define the plays, because those plays, like the looking back at my template emails, updating the context every like couple of weeks or whatever, when that like third time trigger was going off, those are like perfect plays. But we should make it even easier to build the quarterback into your product. That was awesome though. Really cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome stuff. It just amazes me and opens up a whole new perspective, I think, when you see that you just started doing this like a few months ago, but you have, vertical expertise. Like you're in this business, the problem that you face, kind of like what's going to save you time and optimize. And then the barrier to going and doing this is just getting lower and lower, like by the day, which is super cool. I also think that, if you go online or whatever, you see all these like, crazy workflows that you would probably never like implement. But this solves a real problem and a real pain point. And I think that a lot of other businesses could benefit from this. I think customer service is something that makes people pull their hair out, and it's a perfect use case for an AI agent or an AI workflow. So nice job on shipping it and getting it done and understanding the problem deeply. And awesome work, James. This is really cool.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah. I actually look back on that one though. And I'm like, I guess that was probably like a month ago. And it just feels like that's like so long ago where I've changed things from then and built more practical stuff. But yeah, again, what you just said, the practical angle is definitely what I go to because, you show that to like a small business owner that's not in the space and they're kind of just like, I don't care about that. I want the input and the output. So the simplest things that I've built, like one was just like upload a resume, get a candidate report back. So then you can upload 25 resumes. That was like one thing that connected right away because of simplicity in it. And then the ease of I put a front end on that in Replit where it just sent via webhook or to AWS and then into Gumloop and it runs the flow. So stuff like that is just easy for me to build a back end logic in Gumloop and then just the simple inputs on a front end in Replit.
I mean, you sound like you're coding now.
I mean, without the coding, yes, I am natural language. Yeah. But
what a time to be alive where 1 month feels like, you can progress so quickly.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Exactly. Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Anything else, Max, for James?
I'm impressed. I'm excited for you to try out the new features. There's little things when I was looking at the workflow where I'm like, we're going to make your life so much easier in in the next 2 weeks, basically. Like extracting away a lot of that logic. Like I saw those filter nodes that you had that are kind of like big blocks to make sure that you're not responding to emails with no threads. Like that'll be just handled natively by the quarterback.
And it's funny you say that. Oh, sorry. But it's funny you say that because when I'm doing that and like stuff that feels cumbersome, I'm always thinking this is going to be like changed in soon.
We feel the exact same thing. That's all we're working on.
Yeah. Okay, great. But yeah, so far, been great, easy to use. And yeah, everybody's been very helpful in the Gumloop ecosystem with all that. So
sweet.
Bugs are fixed fast and there's not many of them. So yeah.
Awesome to hear.
Yeah.
Cool.
Amazing. Cool. Thanks, James.
Thanks, guys.
What you build next.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Talk to you soon.